Good morning, Boris.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. Preparing for the interview.
Awesome.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Look
Man, it's
tired,
so
but
nice to
ready.
see you in person. Holy moly. Huge fan, Boris. Huge fan.
Oh, thanks, man.
So did you already have your morning coffee? Yeah.
Still on.
Excellent. So, Boris, first of all, thank you for being able to join this conversation. I mean, it's a huge pleasure having a moment to talk to you. And also a huge thanks for considering and planning to come over to Lithuania in November. Nothing
Finally.
has changed. Nothing has changed. You're coming, right?
Yeah, I'm coming.
All right. Excellent. So, Boris, first of all, this is gonna be your first show in Lithuania. Have you ever been to Lithuania before?
No, never.
This is gonna be your very first time, right?
Yeah.
What have you already heard about Lithuania or
Actually,
Lithuanian people?
I'm not that guy who's like when I know that I go somewhere that I like look for like beforehand to if there's something I want to see or something. It's always like I go there and I just let impress myself when I'm being there and then walking around the city and stuff like that. That's always like the way I do it, and I love it. So it
You
will
just
be.
improvise.
Yeah, it will be super nice for me because it's the first time, so I'm super happy for that. And yeah, let's see.
So, how long will you be in Lithuania? For how many days?
I mean, I guess not too much. I mean, maybe it's like one day and one night, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I mean, for the first impression, it's okay. I mean, we go out and walk a little bit in the city and have some dinner, so there's always time to see something.
Yeah, you should probably prepare for the fact that Lithuanians will recognize you in the streets.
That's
So,
cool.
because you
That's
have a
cool.
lot of fans here in Lithuania, I'm sure of it. Boris, let's solve this mystery that most of Lithuanian fans have. How do we have to pronounce your name?
I
Boris, and then
the problem is everyone is doing it wrong,
yeah,
so I'm happy with the wrong one, so it's okay. I mean normally it's like Boris Brejcha,
Brejcha.
yeah, but everyone is saying Brejcha or Brejcha or something else.
Lithuanians say it's in Brejcha. They say Brejcha. So
That's okay.
you don't mind, right?
Yeah, that's okay. I know it's hard, so it's okay.
Okay. Boris, I've always had this question when we see you performing on stage, you wear this carnival mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the idea behind it? What do you have? What's the idea of this mask that you have?
I mean, in the beginning when I was choosing this mask, there was no idea. It was just like Um, when I was get booked for the first time to play, I was thinking, okay, there are so many DJs, I need to have something that people can remember. So I was thinking about the carnival in Rio, in Brazil, that everyone has something.
Yeah.
And so I decided to take this mask, and in the end, it worked out. So there's not like a big story behind, but actually, I have to say it's really nice if you play concert and have this mask together with the music. It has like a special feeling. So that's really
Exactly.
cool.
It has a strange feeling because when you first see the mask, you kind of get terrified, but once you get to listen to the music, you relax then. So
Yeah.
there are two sides of that. But anyway, you began your career in 2006, right? I managed to find this information on the internet. But how did you decide that you want to work on this specific musical genre that you're producing on, high-tech minimal? You're kind of an inventor of this music genre, right?
I try. I mean, in the end, everything is like electronic music. And when I remember when I started to produce music, I was producing a lot of trance music in the beginning,
Hmm.
but I did not send any demos out. So it was just for myself because I loved it. And then, like, I was meeting one guy back in the days. He was producing minimal techno because at that time it was like super hyped. Everyone was
Hmm.
using minimal techno, and then I switched to that because it was new and I liked it. But after a while, I was getting super boring of all these clicker-clacker sounds. And then I was like going back to trance, but I was already combining it with like the minimal sound. And so in the end, I was doing this high-tech minimal stuff. And there was like no genre for it. It was not like 100% techno music or minimal music. So it was a mix of everything. And that's why I decided to take this name out. Yeah.
And this is how the star was born, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but it's amazing what you've done. Because, well, I listen to your music. I wouldn't say every day, but every week, let's say. I came by car to the work today, and I was listening to your Space Diver album, and absolutely love your music. But there's one thing that I cannot understand about your music, because when I listen to such songs as "I Am the Joker," I think that this is one of the best songs that you've created.
Okay.
What is the idea behind that song? Because when I listen to it, it has a very long build up till the drop.
Yeah.
And it sort of creates this story, like a horror story behind it. And once the beat drops, I start to feel this, I don't know, like emotion where you want to kill somebody. I don't know. It creates some sort of a emotion behind it. How do you when you create a music, how do you define the feeling that you want your audience to feel?
I mean, this track is like a super example because I mean it's an old track.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I cannot listen it anymore because I was playing it too many times. But I mean, every time when I was like listening to electronic music from other artists, it was like the first drop is the same like the second drop, like a loop. And this was like kind of boring for me. And like the Joker track is like the best example that in the beginning you have like a totally different style from the second drop when it's coming in. And this was like the decision for me to make more tracks like this so I can surprise the people on the dance floor while like listening to the music, because for me it was boring to have like two drops which are sounding the same.
Yeah, because that second drop, it just kicks your mind. I don't know how to explain that, but it works really well. I mean, I love this style that you have. So I think that this is not something that most of the producers do. Like you said, you've said, there's this specific sort of instruction where you have to make the first drop, the second drop, and the third one is like a little bit different. But yeah, that's super cool. Anyway, speaking about the performance that you will have in November in Lithuania, what can the audience expect from you in regards the sound, the music tracks that you're gonna play? Will we have something similar to 2018 Tomorrowland where you played?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are always like 3-4 tracks you have to play, like Gravity or Take It Smart or something like this, because I mean the people know it and they want to hear it. Of course, I understand that. So I guess it will be like a mix. I mean, I have a lot of new tracks that people never heard before, so I will play them, of course, as well, to make like a nice surprise. But I also created like tracks which are going back to 2018 or something like this. So like the Boris when I started to create my career. So I think it's a good mix like of new tracks and old tracks and new sounds and old sounds. Yeah, that's cool.
Will you play I Am the Joker?
I don't know. Spontaneously.
Oh, so you decide what you will play on spot when you're playing on stage, you just improvise?
It depends. I mean, if I play 2 hours or 3 hours, it depends. I mean, like when I start my set, I mean, the intro is the same for 1 year because I created it for that. And then maybe I have like 4 or 5 tracks which I really want to play in the beginning because I guess this will be like new tracks which are not released, and then like more going into the end, I can improvise by myself how to see like the people reacting or something like this. Yeah.
So when you're playing on stage, you're trying to check the audience, how they react to your songs, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you always okay, excellent. That's really cool. But speaking about Lithuanians, since you've never had this experience to play for Lithuanians, how would you want to say Lithuanians? How would you want them to prepare for your show? Are there any specific albums that they would have to listen before the performance? How should they learn about you? What's the first music track they should listen if they never heard about you, but they want to come to your performance?
I mean, I was producing a lot of albums, so it takes a lot of time to listen to all the tracks. But I would say my favorite still is Purple Noise. It's like the best mix of Boris sound. Like it's hard. It has a nice melody. So this one I would say they have to listen to. Also to the album Space Diver, or maybe to the album 22. It's also really nice. And then you're prepared. I mean,
okay, excellent. Yeah, Space Diver is iconic, but Purple Noise is also we play it on radio time to time. So yeah, this is one of your most iconic songs. I have a question from like your when you're traveling, do you always bring your coffee machine with you?
no.
Because I know that this is one of the most important things that you when you're traveling, you have to have enough coffee, right?
But I can say, I mean, when I wake up, I always need like 1 hour for myself, not talking to anyone.
Yeah, just sort
I
of
have my
right?
2 or 3 coffees to get the day started. Yeah, but we always have like a coffee machine in backstage. But actually, on parties, I don't use it too much.
Okay. So anyway, Boris, not to disturb you a lot, but I have a last question for you. How do you, I know that music producing is a very difficult job, and it takes a lot of hours, days, weeks, months, if not years, to produce something, something that will be enjoyed by people worldwide. But how do you get this inspiration? I know that you will probably have some days where you don't want to do anything and you just want to lay in your bed. How do you get your motivation? How do you inspire yourself to do what you do? Because I can tell you, Boris, you inspire a lot of people to listen to you. So it's something that we look up to.
Yeah. I mean, I can say I'm a lucky guy because I don't need too many inspirations to make a track. So I don't have too much days where I say to myself, I don't want to make music because I love it. I can do it like almost every day. So it's for me, it's kind of simple. But yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of time. I mean, and you never know when there is a track you make where like most of the people want to hear it. I mean, like for example, Purple Noise or Gravity or Take It Smart. These are tracks they were like crazy. But I didn't know when I was producing these tracks. I mean, so you cannot go to the studio and can say, okay, today I'm gonna do the hit. Like most of the people want to hear, it's just a feeling, and yeah, it came out like randomly. You just have to make sure that you have enough time to make music, and then it works. Yeah.
Okay. So Boris, thank you for having a few moments with us. We really love your music. I can tell you that Lithuanians love your music. We really look forward to your performance in November. Any last words from you, maybe, Boris? Maybe you want to say something to the audience, because we will post this interview on our socials. So anything you want to say?
Yeah, first of all, I'm super happy that I can finally come. It's about time. And for the people there, I just want to say, have a good time, go to the party. bring your best friends and just enjoy this time and yeah, listen to good music. That's the most important thing.
Thank you, Boris. Thank you for being so humble, and I really hope to see you in person in November, okay?
Awesome. Thank you,
Have a
man.
nice Monday. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.